Unitarian Universalist Church, building community, inspiring growth, creating change. Here in the heart of Kansas City, we come together to create this hour of shared reflection so that we might be renewed in courage for these times and inspired to lives of greater dignity, higher purpose, deeper generosity, and more effective action. If you are new to Unitarian Universalism or to our congregation, we want to get to know you and share a part of your journey. If this place is already your spiritual home, welcome once more. We need one another, and it is good to be together again. Through the gifts of technology, we also gather virtually to celebrate community and connections as we lean into the values of justice, compassion, and reason. Welcome to all those who are joining us in this way today. Together, we learn the love that has the power to overcome both loneliness in the heart and oppression in the world. Welcome to our service this morning. May the words and music and images that we offer today nourish our best selves, calling forth abundant wisdom and love.
Arise, O souls, oh, arise.
Good morning. I'm Don Dickey, a member of this congregation. It's my privilege to welcome you here on this temperate morning after a stretch where you could be forgiven for thinking you died and went to some place other than heaven. And we are glad that you are here in person or joining us online. Now we have the pleasure of recognizing those visiting us for the first time. If you are a first-time visitor, please stand or raise your hand that we may know who you are. And those of you who are members, pay attention to these visitors who've gifted us with their time. And notice that they have handcrafted name tags. After the service, take the time to introduce yourself and extend a very warm All Souls welcome. And visitors and members alike, you are welcome here, with all of the identities you hold and your fullness as a person. We hope that you will bring your whole self to this time together. Now, following the service, we will have a Sunday Plus lunch. We invite our first-time visitors and any visitors who have not shared a meal with us to be our guests. So if you're a visitor, go, and you have not already, visit our welcome table in the lobby, and they will give you a ticket, and you will be our guest for lunch, where we look forward to conversation and getting to know one another.
I am the Reverend Erin Dajka Holley, and this is the Reverend Dr. Kendyl Gibbons. We are the ministers here at All Souls. Before we begin our sacred time together, I want to tell you a little bit about this morning's service. This is our annual Ingathering. When we mark returning from summer patterns that might not always include church. Like many UU congregations, we have a water ceremony where we combine water from each family to symbolize our coming together as a community again. Everyone is welcome to participate, even if you did not bring your own water. As we celebrate water today, I must mark its destructive force as well. We join our hearts with the world to mourn the more than 11,000 lives lost in Derna, Libya this week due to a catastrophic flash flood after 2 dams collapsed. Everyone there has lost many friends and family members, And I cannot comprehend the grief and uncertainty of losing huge swaths of a city in mere moments. Let us take a moment of silence to remember so many people half a world away. Thank you. Our opening words are by Sherry Woodbury.
Welcome all who come in friendship, who long for genuine community.
May you be graciously received here as your authentic self.
Welcome all who come in curiosity, full of questions, or simply open.
May you embrace wonder and encounter new delights.
Welcome all who come heavy with fatigue, weary from the troubles of the world or the troubles of your particular life.
May you rest and be filled in this sacred space.
Welcome all who come with joy for flowing rivers and gentle breeze, for changing skies and great trees.
May the grace of the world leave a lasting imprint in you.
Welcome all who come with thanks for the altruism of the earth and the gift of human care.
May your grateful heart overflow and bless those around you.
Come, let us celebrate together this wondrous life.
Here, today, in this place, with these people. May we listen so that we can hear. May we hear so that we can feel. May we feel so that we can know. And may we know so that we can change ourselves and this world. May this chalice we light our way. Please stand as you are able and join in the affirmation of our covenant, and then remain standing as we join together in song. Together we affirm, goodwill is the spirit of this church, and service is its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another.
There's a
Greetings of welcome can be spoken, or they can be gestures. A smile, a hug, a kiss on the cheek, a kiss on both cheeks, shaking hands, and bowing are all ways of showing someone else that you are friendly, that you honor their dignity, and that you respect their individuality. There are over 7,000 living languages and dialects spoken around the world. The specific number of languages changes over time as new information and research comes to light and as some languages become extinct. In this story, we will hear the word welcome in 13 different languages. I have practiced them, and I will do my best to honor the languages spoken. When I say a word of welcome that you may not recognize, I invite you to take a moment and repeat it back to me if you feel comfortable. All right. This book is titled 100,000 Welcomes, written by Mary Lee Donovan and illustrated by Liam Cho. Welcome, friend, welcome. Dear neighbor, come in. No stranger dwells here. I greet you as kin. We'll shelter in peace, break bread where it's warm. Hellos, and how are yous, ancient and young? I bow to your spirit. Salamat datang. Ahlan wa sahlan. Bienvenida. Huan Ying. I greet you in sunshine or by light of the moon. My house is your house. O most honored guest, yokoso. Shagoto. May our morning be blessed. Water to drink, to wash dust from our feet. Bread and salt, honey, our fellowship feast. Tell me your stories, sing me your songs. Life has more flavor since you came along. Willkommen. Swaget. Hush Amdid. Aman is here where the lanterns are lit. Tanyan Yahipi. Salam Bichem. In any language, welcome without end. Ked melefoche. This blessing I give. May you never know hunger. May peace fill your nights. May your children's children grow strong in the light. May the road rise to meet you and walls fall away. 100,000 welcomes. I sing, I sign, I pray. And if you all want to try this with me, we'll do sign language. W-E-L-C-O-M-E.
I have been asked to request your generosity this morning. Why? Simply because All Souls needs the money. It's just that simple. The pledges don't cover everything. We, all of us, are enriched by the activities of this congregation. We're inspired and informed. Every Sunday, much of what this congregation does is very obvious to us. The service, the music, the religious education, the art exhibit, the forum. But there's more to this congregation than that. I'm a new member on the board, and I'm still trying to make a list of who does what in this congregation. And I've discovered over 18 separate committees, subcommittees, groups, subgroups, and just as people say, those are the people who do that. All of this needs our support. Some of it just needs the building. which is operating an astonishing number of hours with all the things that go on here. And the folks who operate in this building are rather fond of the heat, the air conditioning, the light, the restrooms. So we need to keep it all going, and the pledges just don't cover all of it. I made a list of 18 different groups, and still counting, that do service to members of this congregation in this congregation. But beyond that, there's also the service organizations that serve the larger community, groups that deal with justice, immigration, and of course, the huge hunger outreach team. That's the thing I know the best. I can tell you that that organization funnels a huge amount of donated food from all sorts of folks, churches, groups. Yesterday I helped unload a truck that came from northern Nebraska, almost to the Iowa border. I have no idea how they heard about us, but they brought food that otherwise would have been thrown away. So I ask for a generous contribution because it really is the case that goodwill is the spirit of this congregation. We serve each other, we're enriched by it, and service is indeed our law. Now the offering will be received and gratefully given and gratefully received. Given first, gratefully received.
Try to keep you close to me, but life got in between. Try to square not being there, but it's there that I should have been. Hold back the river, let me look in your eyes. Hold back the river so I can stop for a minute and see where you hide. Hold back the river, hold back. Once upon a different time, we rode our bikes into the sky. Now we're caught against the tide. Those distant days are flashing by. Hold back the river, let me look in your eyes. Hold back the river so I can stop for a minute and be by your side. Hold back the river, hold back. Hold back the river, let me look in your eyes. Hold back the river so I can stop for a minute and see where you hide. Hold back the river, hold back. Oh, 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 oh. Lonely water, won't you let us wander? Let us hold each other. Lonely water, lonely water, won't you let us wander? Let us hold each other. Hold back the river, won't you look in your eyes? Hold back the river so I can stop for a minute and be by your side. Hold back the river, hold back. Hold back the river, let me look in your eyes. Hold back the river so I can stop for a minute and
Now let us dedicate this offering. We dedicate our offerings and our actions to the mission at the heart of this congregation, to build a respectful, caring community, to inspire personal and spiritual growth, to create change towards a just and compassionate society.
The Strength of Water by Jamila Batchelder and Molly Hush Gordon. The strength of water takes on many, many forms. Just as each of you has a unique and necessary strength that you bring to our community and to the work of love. Take a moment now to drop down into the deep wellspring of your own spirit and bathe yourself in the strength that is the groundwater of your person. Are you a roaring fall, wearing rockaway with sheer force of will? Are you a tiny drop of water in a crevice, breaking it open slowly, steadily? Are you buoyant like a great salt lake, practiced at holding others aloft? Are you tenacious, like the mountain stream, finding your way down and around every obstacle you face? Are you calm and still, like the pond at daybreak, offering radiant peace by your shores? Are you in touch with hidden depths, pulling from a vast well? Do you soothe like the steam rising from a cup of tea? Do you dissolve away stubborn muck like water left in a pot to soak? Do you soften and smooth the edges like a creeping fog? Do you clear away distraction like a cleansing rain? Do you roll with the ebb and flow like the ocean waves? Settle your mind upon the strength, the power that is yours. Draw that strength into your heart. Draw it up into your soul. As we gather the many waters of this community, we need each of your power, each of your resilience, each of your love to make us whole.
I need your help. Because if we're gonna make it rain in this auditorium, I need all of you. All y'all. Okay, so I'm hoping that some of you have done this before. But we use our hands and our thighs and our feet to make it rain right in here. It's gonna sound amazing with these acoustics. Okay, so Step one, because there's a bunch of things we're going to do, and so we're going to practice them, and then we'll actually do it. So the first step is you take your hand like this. Yep. And you take one finger, and you hit like that. Okay. Step two is you rub your hands together like that. Step three, if you are able, you snap your fingers. And if you can't snap your fingers, you take two fingers and go like that. Then, you clap your hands. And then, you go like this. And then, you keep going like that, but you stomp your feet too. You got all that? And then what we're going to do is we're going to go backwards. So, hopefully I will remember because I'm going to be cueing you all. So the way that's going to work is I'm going to start over here, and I'm going to pray that I don't trip. Pray for me that I don't trip. And I will come around and start doing the thing, and then I will walk around there, and when I'm in front of you, you start doing the thing. And I'm going to come all the way around and include the choir. Hi, choir! You guys are great! Okay, are we ready? Okay. Waiting.
of life, blessing and strife, and the water remember. and the water remembers.
The Stream by Vanessa T. Tang. Spirit, a stream, a river, a flowing body, that is what you are. And we each are droplets in the course, are bubbling, babbling over the path forward. No awareness of our destination or how we'll make it through, but we are here and flowing, in and of, made of, because of you, this our path, destination unknown, are safe and secure by unseen borders, flowing, splashing, going, always moving forward, on, marked by shifts, waves, torrents, boulders, rocks, and on we flow.
Today, we welcome you into a new year of our congregation. For a long time, this church essentially took the summers off. The minister would be away, sometimes in town and sometimes visiting somewhere else, and I heard rumor that Raymond Bragg only stayed in Kansas City for one summer before he was so tired of the heat that he always traveled every summer after that. And then comes September. The services and the programming and the Sunday school, they'd begin once again. And so September became the beginning of the church year. And of course, this weekend, it is a new year for our Jewish siblings. They have been celebrating Rosh Hashanah this weekend, a 2-day celebration of the new year that ends at sunset today. And so with them, we welcome in the year 5784. Yes. All Souls feels like a flowing river. You know the saying, you can never step into the same river twice. The water is always flowing, so it is always changing, even if it looks the same. We're like that too. We've been in the same building for decades, and we have services on Sunday morning, and religious education classes meet in the same classrooms, and we sing many of the same songs with some wonderful new additions. But we're always changing too. Because who is a part of our community is always changing. We have new visitors, welcome, new members, families come to join us, and some people stop coming for whatever reason. Some watch online instead of coming into this physical space, and some can't make it work in their schedule anymore. And sometimes, as has happened too much in the last few weeks, beloved members of our congregation die. And we miss all of them. We miss all of you who are now watching online who have previously been part of our gathering here. And the new people and the missing people who used to be with us, this causes us to be different. There are always different people who make up this congregation, and different people means that who we are together is different too. Of course, you are different today than you were last year. It might be easy to see that you're different because you're taller and starting a new grade in school. And for those of us who are older, we don't notice that we're different as easily. But we see new gray hairs, new wrinkles, mine are here. And when we think about who we are as people, we realize that we've changed in that way too. We've had new experiences, and we think about things just a little differently. So think about it. How are you different today than you were a year ago? I can say that a year ago, I still lived in Utica, New York. And I was frantically packing all of my belongings to move here to be with all of you. I had at that point only met a few of you, and I had no idea what it was going to be like to live in Kansas City and be your minister. But now, I know you. I've talked to you. I've sung with you. And I've looked into your eyes. Knowing you has changed me. And I think for the better. Because I've learned from you. And anytime you learn something, you change just a little bit. You welcomed me into your community. And here I am, welcoming you back into this community. And it's not the same as it was a year ago. My being here has changed some things, and you have changed some things, and passing the 8th principle is asking us to change some things. And I want to tell you a secret. It's okay. We can change, and it's okay. So, recognizing that you aren't who you were, welcome to this community. Each and every one of you, even visitors, make us who we are as a community right now. Like the river, it's never the same, but still always familiar. So open your hearts, your minds, and your hands to this community right now. Take a look around. Breathe a few breaths together. This is us. This is today. A new year, a new river, a renewed community.
Now the boat we are sailing in was built by many hands, and the sea We are sailing on, it touches many lands.
The voyage has been long and hard, and yet we're sailing still, with a song to help us pull together if we only will.
So with our hopes we set the sails and face the winds once more. And with our hearts we chart the waters never sailed before.
Back in 1980, Unitarian Universalist women were working to change our faith toward becoming more inclusive of women. At the UU Women and Religion Continental Convocation in Lansing, Michigan, there was a worship service called Coming Home Like Rivers to the Sea. It was planned by Lucille Shuck Longview and Carolyn McDade and had included the first UU water ritual. Women gathered from all over the world, and each brought water that was significant to them. After mingling all the waters, each of us was invited to take a little bit of water with us. Lucille and Carolyn later wrote of this first water ritual, "We gathered to worship in a way authentic and liberating to us, not as in a church, but in a semicircle around a large common earthen bowl. It was a ritual of women's being connected by a universal symbol, water, a ritual of women being connected to the totality of life." We come together today to share in a similar ritual, and I hope that we will remember its beginnings among women seeking their empowerment in this faith.
Many of you have brought water today for our water ceremony. That water may come from the tap in your kitchen, from the river down the street, or from an ocean on the other side of the world. Wherever that water comes from, we welcome it in our common bowls. Wherever you come from, wherever you are on your journey, we welcome you into this beloved community. And before we gather our waters together, I'd like us to take a moment to reflect on welcoming. You can close your eyes if you like, or just find something neutral to look at. Imagine it is the first time you came into this church. Perhaps it actually is your first time here today, or perhaps your visit was many years ago. But just for a moment, imagine you are walking in for the first time. What do you see as you approach the building? Who greets you as you walk through the door? How are you welcomed into the space? Imagine that you are welcomed in just the way you like. What does that welcome look like? Are you welcomed with open minds, with acceptance, curiosity, wondering? Are you welcomed with loving hearts, with kindness and caring? Are you welcomed with helping hands, with help to navigate this new space? How do you feel, or how do you like to be welcomed?
In a moment, we will gather our water. As you contribute your water, you are welcomed into this community. And I also invite you to consider, how will you be welcoming this year? Will you welcome with an open mind? Will you welcome with a loving heart? Will you welcome with helping hands? Now, bring your awareness back to this place and this moment. Open your eyes if you have closed them. Take a moment to re-enter this space. Then turn to a neighbor and share a few minutes, and take a few minutes to share about your water, or the meaning of the water you would have brought if you did not actually bring water with you today. Where does your water come from, and why is it important to you? How do you hope to be welcoming this year? Turn to your neighbor and take a few minutes to share about the water you bring to our common bowl. We'll ring the bell once in the middle of our time so you can make sure that each of you gets a chance to share. And we'll ring it again at the end to bring us back together.
Time to switch. Now that we have had the chance to reflect and share, let's gather our water and our welcome together. We have 3 bowls this year, each representing a different kind of welcome. If you commit to welcoming with an open mind, add your water to the bowl on the left. If you commit to welcoming with a loving heart, add your water to the middle bowl. If you commit to welcoming with helping hands, add your water to the bowl on the right side. I have labeled them for you. Each of these bowls has a little bit of last year's water in the bottom, as a reminder that our welcome extends even beyond this church year. And you'll see there's a lovely carafe near each bowl. And that's for those of you who, for whatever reason, did not bring water with you. We still want your contribution to fill our common bowls. Everyone is welcome to participate, whether you're a first-time visitor, a long-time member, or somewhere in between. So when you come forward, use the center aisle and return to your seat using the side aisles. Oh, I feel like a flight attendant. This way, then this way. I invite you now to come forward with your water and your welcome to offer to the common bowl. Again, in, out. And these are labeled for us. So, let us, okay, mind, heart, hands. We got this? All right. Let us come forward and share our water. As we are about to move forward, I'd like to invite Melanie and Megan and Kathy to come help.
Now let us join our water and our welcomes together. We welcome all with open minds. And we welcome all with loving hearts. Equally, we welcome all who bring helping hands. This water is now sacred water. It is water consecrated by our stories and our commitment to welcoming. Some of this water we will save for child dedications and other blessings throughout the year. The rest will be poured into our memorial garden, linking our present community with those who have gone before us. I invite you now to hold out your hand or two towards the water as we bless it together.
This water represents our church community, a community of welcome.
Let us bless this water and our community with abundance. May we always know that we are enough and we have enough for all.
We bless this water and our community with courage. May we stand bravely in the face of injustice. May we step boldly into the unknown.
Let us bless this water and our community with wisdom. May we know when to speak and when to listen. May we be ready and willing always to learn from one another.
We bless this water and our community with joy. May we take pleasure in being with one another. May we remember to laugh and sing.
Let us bless this water and our community with love. May we always know, no matter how hard life gets, that we are not alone. Let it be so. And let us close our time together.
We're skipping the hymn.
With
Oh.
Singing what is for many of us a new favorite hymn, Blue Boat Home. Will you rise as you're willing and able?
And we'd love to do that. And at the same time, Anthony and I have determined that we do not have time because we would like for you to be able to leave in a timely manner. So, and have lunch. And a little birdie told me there's a football game. And so, Kendyl, if you would extinguish the chalice. We release this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. Our closing words are by David Breeden. Let's be the welcome we crave. Open hearts, arms outstretched. Let's embody radical welcome, unquestioning love. Let's be the welcome we crave, deeply hearing voices and hearts. Let's be the welcome we crave, enriching understanding. Let us embody the community we crave.